Hey guys, today I'm going to be making a fishing lure for ice fishing. Right there, if it picks up, is going to be the lure. It's in a Fire Tiger. I have a little piece of cardboard right here that I'm going to go ahead and carve out on a piece of oak. I'm going to use oak because it's a little more denser type of wood, but like I want it to sink. First, I need to carve it down. I'm going to be using this, and I'll get the camera situated, and I'm going to be using my scroll saw. So I'm going to turn the camera in a different position and start using the scroll saw. Alright guys, just traced it on there. I'm just using a little ballpoint pen, and I used the little cutout piece I made. I hand drew this whole thing, very, very small. But first, I need to cut this piece in half because that's a little too thick for like a lure that I'm aiming for. You probably get away with that if you're doing like a crankbait or something, but for ice fishing, you want that a little smaller. So I'm gonna be using, I just need a junk piece of wood somewhere, maybe this, to be able to push that in so I don't get, fingers in it. But I'll first pinch it. A lot of people don't like this because you get one slip and it's like, it goes right through the finger. Turn on a lower speed. Trying to figure out how I can do this. It's super small. I think I need to turn it up. That's kind of difficult. But got it thin enough for what I want. It's a scroll saw, so it goes up and down. Why it was shaking a lot is because it was yanking it up and down like that. But sweet. Now next, I need to go ahead, just cut it nice out. This other piece, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm doing Fire Tiger with this one, but the next one with this, I'll probably do something like a creek chub. I'll use the same stencil, but just a little different design. Creek chub's probably a little easier than the Fire Tiger. You don't have to do as nice as details because it's pretty much like a stripe and a couple of gills on it. This one's a little more difficult with all the stripes. My light wasn't in the correct position. I can fix that later. A little cut I just messed up. recommend doing these small ones unless if you're comfortable with like a blade like this. I can work on the rest by hand, but there it is. I'm going to put the camera in a different position again and start carving. Sweet. Alright, I'm going to start carving now. All I need to do is, I'm not going to use the pen, I'm just going to eyeball it because I don't want the ink on here, is I need to carve down those edges so they have like a nice round edge on every single one. The pieces, remember I gotta go over here for the camera, and something, maybe I can get so it's on camera. Something like that. It's hard to do on the camera. I'll come back with in a second once I show. All I'm doing, it's hard to see it. I'm flying that edge, if you can see like that. Like, it doesn't look like this other side anymore. So, I have to do that to every single side. And for the tail, you want to taper that little part. So this is the side of it where I'm going to be painting, and this is the top up here, this is the bottom, and I want to taper that. So you can see I already started a little bit. This is not the final type of piece, sort of like that. Tapers down. And I'm going to do the rest, and then I'll be back. Okay guys, the next step after, carving it a little down, is I'm going to take some of this, let's see what it is, 220 sandpaper. I'm just going to sand it till it gets relatively smooth. This is the most time consuming piece of this, of doing it with the hand. The knife doesn't take that long. I'll try and keep it up here. I'll do a little bit on camera. I'll show you. Let's gain that nice, good round look to it. So I'll be back once I'm done. Alright guys, there it is. All I have to do now, head over to my drill press and drill a little hole in the stomach of this for putting just a piece of weight in there. So let me move the camera. Sweet. Alright guys, now I'm going to be drilling this small little drill bit into here. I'm not sure what size this is, but it fits pretty good on how much weight I need in here. All I'm going to do, I think, probably put a little dot so it'd be a little more accurate. A little, oops, wrong side. A little dot. There we go. Well, it's not focusing. You can kind of see where the dot is. I don't want to mess this up, so sorry you can't easily see it. Don't need too much weight in it, but it's a little off center, but that's not that big of a deal to me. I just need it at least to drop down. Alright, sweet. Alright guys, I have a little piece of weight right here. Just some scrap. And then I have these pliers right here. What I'm going to do is bend on that little piece of weight. Don't need that much of it. This stuff is, you can kind of hear it. It's pretty heavy. So hold this down good enough. And all I'm doing is pinching around so that I can fit in the hole better. See how that fits? Gotta get a little more pushed around. All I'm doing is squeezing on it. So I'll be back once I get, it's relatively in there, but I'll get it better. So, sweet. I don't know if you can quite see that, but there's the piece of weight. Drop it in there. Take a little pen. Push it down there. What I'm going to do is put a little glue in there. So let me get some glue. I'll be back. Sweet. Hey guys, sorry for that one noise. It's the heater. But I'll just speak up a little bit. So I got some super glue and baking soda. It's hard to see it. There you go, a little baking soda. I learned this from Marlon Bates, and I've been using it since he said it on one of his videos. And I've been making a couple other lures. They're on my Instagram, like photos of them, but I haven't made a video yet on me making lures. So my first video is ice fishing, and that's the most hardest to do. So what you do is, if I can get drip a little super glue down in there, maybe tap it in there. He usually puts like Nate Marlin or Marlon Bates. He usually first puts the baking soda, then the super glue. But either or is fine. Now you give it a second once you put it on there. let it like, harden. You could put more super glue if you want, but such a small bait, it's fine. This will seal it completely up. I do have to seal this water-based polyurethane. This stuff's very expensive, but this whole thing is like 16 bucks. But that's a lot of lures to me, so that's sweet. And I have some of this oil base for like wood things that aren't gonna be, lures. And I use that only outside. This you can, in a well ventilated area inside, you could, like a garage, you could use this. The other stuff you cannot do that unless if you're outside. Alright, I'm just gonna blow this. Alright, sealed. Now all I'm gonna do is take some of this, what is it, 600 grit sandpaper. I know you're supposed to probably do a little lower grade than that, but it's fine. Alright, sanded it down pretty good. That's just the sandpaper. I can get that off ease. That like darker stuff. But pretty much that's it. And now it's time for me to go paint it. Usually you're supposed to put this, dip it, and then wait, and then paint it. But I paint it and then dip it, and it's fine. But you have to let the paint dry. So now it's time to go paint it. So, sweet. Hey guys, I almost forgot about the next step. I need to put a little bit of hardware on this before I paint it. And that will be these little circle pieces. That's kind of hard to see. Now what this is I have these just cheap lead weights that I've had for years. I don't use lead in Maine. We by law you have to use steel, but I just have these random ones I found. I actually found these in freshwater, just these like on a little river, and I just kept them. I never used them, but I'm just gonna break the end off. How you do it is you just, like a cheap piece of metal, you just wiggle it back and forth. That just came off ease. Open that, and holding that wrong, and there's another. So I'm gonna go ahead and drill a hole in the center of this. Let me put a little dot. That's where the hook will be. There's no hook in the back because that's just way too small. It'll just be like a little jig piece. And then on the top, I want to put it not directly where the other one is, but just in front, like that. Versus that's more in the center. That's a little more forward. So about a centimeter. About a centimeter difference. So I'm going to drill those with the same bit that I drilled where the weight is. So let me change camera angle. Yeah, sweet. Alright. I'll try it like this so you guys can see it better. That's enough there. Alright. going to check the depth of those. Like this. I think it needs a little deeper. Right. Check again. Right, perfect. So now all I have to do is glue it in. So sweet. All right, I set them in nice and flush in there, and all I do, this side, gotta get used to this camera. It's over here. All I have to do is put a little dab of super glue on there. If it wants to come out. Now this side. Cap that before any big major issues come. Just put a little baking soda, if I can get a pinch of it. Just looking over quick, and I'm gonna let that just set up for a little bit, and then I'll start painting it. So, sweet. Hey guys, alright, now the next step I'm gonna be doing with the lure, and it came out quite good. It looks real nice. A lot of people say maybe sand down that little piece right there, but that's fine. This is actually the top, so it goes this way. You can see there's the little piece of weight right there, and this is the bottom where the hook will be jigging, and that's for the front, so it'll be like popping like that. And it wants to drop down, but when you pull it back up, it wants to go this way. So the colors I'm going to be using, because this is Fire Tiger, I did this with color pencil and a pen, a ballpoint pen, to make it a little more accurate. I had this new Shamrock green. These are all acrylic. Trying to think here. Where it's made. I think it's made right in like Massachusetts or something, this one company. It's called Apple Barrel. Amazing company. I've used this for every single like project I've done. From fishing lures to coasters, because I hand paint coasters. Like, you take a birch coaster and then you hand paint it, maybe a loon, maybe a like whale or a bike or something. I'll hand paint that, and maybe someday I could make that into like a business or something. Not sure right now. I like just doing this as a hobby. And then I have this yellow flame, then jack-o'-lantern orange, red flag. That's for the one gill. I don't know if it's kind of easy to see. Right below the eye. Then a little black. I'm gonna put it on this. I have a little dish of hot water because all I'm gonna be using is a number 1 paintbrush and a number 2. So what I'm first gonna do, actually probably putting in all the paints, I just need a little bit of black because that's for the stripes. A little bit of red because that's for the one gill. And a lot of people probably say put a black eye on this, but I want that little fiery more to it. I'm going to put a red eye. I'll use the tip of this. The green goes on the top. I was just making it so you could see more of that green on there, on the top of here, and a little bit of orange on the belly. I think that's enough paint. That's probably too much paint, but I don't care. Now first what I'm going to do is paint the belly. That'll be orange. I have my little template right here. So this is just going to be, this is patience, so I'll probably make it so it fast forwards because this is going to take a while. Because I actually want it to be decent so I can actually catch a fish on it. I'll do the belly and then I'll get back after. Alright, there. So I'll be back in just a sec. Alright guys, I actually did a little more on the belly. There is the little weight part right there, but that's fine to me. It can show a little bit, it's not that big of a deal. Now next I need to put a little bit of yellow across here, like the center of it, like the sides of the fish. It's supposed to be yellow. So I'm going to use a little bit of this flame yellow. Kind of hard to show the camera, but just painting on slowly. Alright, got that side now. Now I'm going to be doing the other side, and I'll just be off camera. So, see. Alright guys, just finished both sides. Now it's time to put the green on. A little bit of this shamrock green. What I'm going to do is, if I can get on camera a little bit, that'd be good. you gotta be having like a pretty good steady hand with this. Doesn't have to be like perfect, because you're not trying to make it look artificial completely. You want a little bit of that natural. But there's no such thing as fire tiger in nature. Closest thing you're gonna get is the yellow perch. That's what it's kind of, but this is more like, just hits you in the face with bright colors. I'm gonna just let the camera go from this point on. But very careful at this point. I'm using a number 1. You want to just know that. You can see. Taking my time. Oh, that's just why it's a little crooked. It's not the paint. That's just the physical piece of wood. And I'm going to have a separate video on catching a fish. I'm not going to film this video. I need a video to be put up. That's what this is for. So I'm not going to go ahead and wait till I catch a fish. I'll just go ahead and do that in a separate video. Because I think it would be pretty cool if I caught a fish with a handmade lure I made. I have a couple of crankbaits and a diving bait that goes, I think it was a 6 to 7 or an 8 to 10 foot depth. A diving, it has like a little lip on it. So I have like 2 lipless cranks I made, and then 1 diving. They're all in Fire Tiger. Because my favorite fish to catch is a pike. Pickler, similar, but pike just has their own category of a fight. And they do taste good if you fillet them correctly. So, there we go. That's pretty good. Now I'm just gonna let that dry. Right. Move it from that finger. That was kind of getting tiring. So I'm gonna let this dry for a second, maybe. Just a touch more right there. And then it'll be on to the stripes. Sweet. Alright guys, now I'm gonna be going ahead and putting the stripes on. So I'm gonna use a number 2 for this. Because it's a little more, you see how it's flat like that? That's what I want. So I have a longer piece so I can just instantly get it, other than having that mess up and then maybe like forgetting that little tail piece on it. I'll show what that is in a second. So there's the stripes. I don't want to go any further forward than that. I put 6 on. They say 7's good, but I think 6 will be fine. You should probably do more 6. If you're going to do this correctly, put 6 on, but no, put 7 on if you want to do this correct, but I'm putting 6. I'm just extending it onto the top a little bit. But you do not want it to go over the back. You want to leave the back untouched as much as possible. Now, you want that swoop to go forward. So you want that tail to go in. So like the tail means that when you paint and then you like swoop it. You can kind of see maybe the best one would be this one. You want to bring it down and then just a light little tap that way. I made that side a little more thicker than the other side, but that's okay. I don't want it to look super natural, so bring these guys smidge lower. There we go. So they're a little more even. That looks pretty good to me. Oh, one more on this side. There we go. Now it's even 6 on both sides. Forgot to do that. So, next step will be the gill. I'll be back in a sec. Alright, now I'm going to be doing the gill. Flag red. It's on there, you can see. Number 1, back to that. And all I'm doing, if I look closely, is you don't want to swoop it this way. You want to swoop it this way. So when you look at this, you want to swoop it this way as the actually, I mean, bring it back against the rest of this little bit of stripes. So hard to show like that. There you go, like that. Just a little bit of something. There's that side. So you want to go against the rest. So those both look pretty decent. Now for the eye, I'm just gonna take this. I have a little bit still on there. Right on, if you can see that, you can't quite see that hair coming off, but there's a little piece just coming off very, very small. I'm just gonna put a little eye on it. So I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Right above right in the middle, that green, there's a little red dot. That side, you can see it better right there on the green a little bit. So I think that looks pretty decent. All I have to do is dip it, like let it dry, and then dip it in some polyurethane. So, sweet. Alright guys, I let it dry for like half an hour, the paint. I was ready to dip it in some of this water-based polyurethane. We're gonna see what I can do without the pliers. Doesn't want to go down. There's that loud thing behind me again. So let me push it a little bit. Oh, there we go. It looks white, but it'll go clear. That drip. Oh. A little bubble. I don't have a place. There we go. I was like wondering, I don't have a place to go ahead and put that. I'm just letting it drip. Alright. I'll let it drip the rest. I just have my hammer. That's what this is, just a hammer. So like the head's over there. And I just have it pick this up. I just have it. Where is it? There it is. Dangling right there. So when this dries, I'll be back. Sweet. Hey guys, here's the end product. I put a single hook on because I'm going to go after pickerel with this lure. Let's see, my finger. There's that little eye I was talking about. This is like a number 2 hook. I got like a pack of these. I'll have the link in the description to where you can get these hooks. It's like a pack of 2,000. And I have a little swivel right here. That's a 50-pound. And then this is just pretty much brass. This part, that's brass. And then I'll have the paint in the description. I don't know if the polyurethane will be easy to find. I got that polyurethane from Home Depot, but I'll link the weights so if you want to break the tops off of them, attach it there. So, sweet. I'll get a video out on fishing with this sooner or later on the ice.